Hey, No Kings protest went down without a hitch for the most part, and Iran called our bluff, and we had to give them some notice. And there's some other things been going on in the news. I've been kind of sitting back waiting to see how this all plays out, but we've got a lot to unbox here. So anyway, welcome back to the channel, G.F.U. YouTubers. Glad to see you here. Thanks for your support. If you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like, share, notification bell, and let's get into it. So first, we had the No Kings protest that went down, and went down pretty smoothly, I think. Way to go! Way to exercise your First Amendment rights. I'm a firm believer in that. I want to thank these people for exercising their First Amendment rights and keeping it peaceful. That's the way it's supposed to be in this country. So it went down pretty much without any issues. A couple little things in Los Angeles, I think, as it got toward evening. So thank you, folks, for exercising your First Amendment right and keeping it peaceful. But Democratic politicians don't seem to be happy with that. Uh, the Democratic Party of Peace and Unity is still calling for violence against ICE agents. So, way to go, you hypocritic pieces of crap. So, on the heels of that, we had the president trying to bring a resolution to the war between Iran and Israel to a close by inviting the Iranians to the table and try and work this out diplomatically. And the regime in Iran pretty much just spit in our face and gave us the middle finger. But President Trump still was willing to give them up to 2 weeks to make a decision to come to the table and talk about it. Now, let me be clear here. I'm talking about the Iranian regime or the government that runs Iran. It's a tyrannical government, and they keep the people down. For the most part, the Iranian people would love to have peace, would love to stop the fighting and get on with their lives. So the Iranian regime did not want to come to the table and work this out diplomatically. So the president had to take matters into his own hands and destroy their nuclear facilities there, three of their nuclear facilities to keep them from achieving a nuclear bomb. Now, here's how I look at it. If you step on a spider and it's still squirming around after you've stepped on it once, what do you do? What do you do? You step on it again, right? That's right.
Cowboy, I'll take it under advisement. Hit it again.
All right, so let's take a look at the screen over here. Because after we dropped the bunker busters on Iran, I knew there'd be some backlash from the Democrats and from NATO and the UN, United Nations. Okay, let's take a look at the screen over here. Follow my cursor. Here's Iran, right here. Right down here, little bitty Israel. And over here, you have a lot of the countries that are in NATO and the United Nations. Of course, here we have Russia, and up over here be China. We're way over here on the other side of the Atlantic Ocean. These people have been living under the protection of the United States, even though they are part of NATO. They are part of the United Nations. Why couldn't these countries over here do something about this? Why did we have to come from across a whole ocean all the way over here and take care of this crap when these people are right in the neighborhood right here? So publicly, they want to denounce it and say it was the wrong decision because they're politicians and they have to protect their jobs. Pieces of crap, sissies. But privately, they're clapping, saying, "Thank God for the United States of America." These people need to get a backbone and stand up for themselves. Okay? Yes, they are allies of ours. We are an ally of theirs, but they are in the neighborhood here. They could have handled this themselves instead of always relying on the United States of America to do the dirty work, be the bad guy, and be the scapegoat. Well, I say no more. I say no more. And President Trump went and had a meeting with the NATO nations, and he talked them all into coughing up 5% for their defense instead of 2%, which is what they were doing. 2% of their gross domestic product. So he talked them into bumping that up to spending 5% on their defense, which is a good thing. But when he went over there, to talk to them, he should have handed them all each a bill for services rendered. Those scumbags. They don't need to be living under our protection anymore. If they don't want to protect themselves, they want to talk a good game about world peace, and they don't want to do anything about it. They want the United States to always be the bad guy. Well, I say no more. And if they want to call on us to handle the dirty work, then they need to pay us for doing that dirty work and being the scapegoat. All right, next up, we've got Maxine Waters, Democratic Congresswoman out of California. Go figure. Spewing some nonsense about how the country is in the shape it's in because of Donald Trump. So let's take a listen and see what she has to say. Oh.
And he's talked about anything from 25% and some 10% with China.
What the hell is she talking about?
To remain a congresswoman if people believe they can fit those requirements or what progressive legislatures are saying. We talk about reparations, but if you want to talk about real reparations, real tips, I have to teach the white people what real tips are.
I don't know what she be saying. There's the poster child for term limits right there. Her and Biden should have rooms next to each other at the old folks' home. She should just take all the money she's made from being a career politician and go away. But these folks, they can't. It's not just the money, it's the power that comes from being a career politician. So, yeah, term limits is a way to stop that nonsense right there. And lastly, we got this guy right here, Zoran Mandami. He's a Democrat. He's trying to be the next mayor of New York City. Uh, huge socialist. Huge socialist. He wants to put a freeze on rent. He wants to make the grocery stores run by he wants the city to run the grocery stores, free public transportation. Yeah, he's a huge socialist. Everything free, 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 free. And to be able to afford all the free stuff, he wants to tax the crap out of the wealthy people in New York to pay for this. Well, I guess he hasn't thought that far ahead and realized that if you give everything away to the working people and you tax the holy crap out of the rich people to pay for it, the rich people are going to move out of New York, and there goes your tax base, and now your city just crumbles. That's socialism for you. Doesn't really work. If memory serves me right, wasn't that Zorhan guy in a video machine at an arcade in the movie Big granting wishes? I think that was him, wasn't it? Anyway, uh, that'll do it for another episode. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys like my opinions. Again, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Hit the notification bell. And I'll leave some in video links at the end of the video here, as always. So until next time.